Welcome back, everybody. This is JenSandwiches, here to take another bite out of Zombie Exodus Safe Haven. We finally got our update, I think about a week ago. Yay! Yeah, sorry I haven't been right on top of it, but I'm here now. So yeah, I don't know if it's going to just start right from where I left off, or what. Oh, let's see. Oh, did I save the game? I don't know, guys. Hopefully I did. Oh, shit. Oh, it did save. Look at that. Okay. I was being Derek, wasn't I? God, I don't even remember. It's been so long. Pretty sure. Whoa, wait, what? Look at these dates, though. No. Who was I? There we go. Derek Schmidt. That's the one. This is cool. I think it's like remembering all of my things, even from the first Zombie Exodus game. That's pretty awesome. Okay. Yeah, we already know that. Anybody who's been on the Zombie Exodus Safe Haven Facebook page and all that knows all of this. Oh, okay. Hang on a second, you guys, while I do this. Okay. So, yeah, if anybody doesn't remember, where we left off was basically my house got set on fire. Like, all the people I had met throughout the gameplay came and met at my house in my neighborhood, and then my house got set on fire, so we all, like, packed up all our shit and drove away. Also, just as a side note, I got to play the beta, so I already know a lot of what happens, so if I don't sound very excited, I'm sorry. I am excited, but I already know a lot of the scenarios that happen later on. But anyway, aside from that, let's go. Chapter 5. Escape into Apocalypse. For hours and hours into the night, your caravan drives down a quiet 4-lane highway out of nightfall, the place you once called home, now ruled by the infected. Your caravan of friends, neighbors, and relative strangers join together as you set out west through Colorado to find a new safe haven. The highway stretches on for miles, lit only by headlights. Though the road is empty of traffic, you move at a careful, steady pace, avoiding debris, abandoned cars, and even bodies of the newly created dead. No other vehicle is past you coming or going from nightfall. You flip on the radio. Through the static, the only station you reach plays a looped message about a FEMA aid camp outside of Stone Ridge, a small town further down I-70. Time ticks by, and you fight to stay awake with only the hum of motors and occasional howls breaking the silence. You have no destination in mind, but when you reach it, you'll know. Past the exit 37 off-ramp, you spot a blockage crossing all lanes of the highway, forcing your motorcade to slow. Wrecked cars and a small truck lie from end to end in a tangle of metal. Several bodies lie on the road, and there's movement in the back of a white sedan in the middle of the pileup. The darkness hides the details, but in the glow of the sedan's headlights, you see blood splattered on the hood and more on the ground. The 4 vehicles impede any further movement, but the right shoulder of the road lines up with a low field, making it easy for your caravan to pass. On the left, a steep hill of spruce and pine rises tall. The van stops ahead of the accident. Jamie steps onto the highway and kicks the side of the vehicle. In the back of the caravan, a dark blue Cadillac pulls up. You recognize the car from the altercation outside your home the other day between the man in the exterminator van and Reverend Dunbar Church. Your companions soon step out of their cars. Parker stretches his legs, Brody eyes the crash site, and Rachel scans the area, a semi-automatic rifle propped against her shoulder. Woody leans out of the passenger window, rubbing sand from his eyes. You check the fuel gauge on your Bandit Jeep, and the needle sits just above the E. Lopez steps out of your Bandit Jeep and swings his carbine around in both hands. From the dark blue Cadillac walks a short man in a pinstriped suit and pastel pink shirt. When he steps from his car, he dabs sweat off his nearly bald head with a handkerchief. When he sees you looking over at him, he strides towards you, hand waving. His smile spreads wide, showing a gold tooth on the bottom row. "Hey there, friend. My name's Dunbar Church. Friends call me Church, which is fitting since I'm a preacher." I saw you and your group leaving and your burning home, heading out of town, and thought to follow. Sorry about your home. Once this outbreak madness is over, I can get you help finding a new house. I'm on a committee working with Habitat for Humanity. But there's time to discuss that later, and once we get to a safe location, there's even more to discuss. He turns and waves at Jamie across the caravan. Big man, let me talk to you for a minute. Rude. Before you can say a word to Church, he walks off. As members of the large group congregate on the side of the road, they look around the area and talk to one another. No one makes a move away from the crowd. Stepping from your bandit jeep, you... I don't remember how many people are even with me. Let's survey the area. No, I don't want to ignore everybody. I'll talk to Jamie because he's my best friend. You walk over to Jamie, and the rest of the group forms around you. What do you think we should do, Jamie? You ask. Jamie paces around the front of the van and surveys the area before turning back to you. Until we figure out what's wrong with this vehicle here, I say we scavenge these cars in that truck. Maybe have a few people stand watch. What do you think? Sounds good to me, you answer. Rachel steps forward. I could scout the area while Nathan and Brody keep watch on the road both ways. Me too, Riley says. I'll watch out for Z's. Okay, everyone, move out, Jamie yells, then turns to you. Let's check that white sedan. I think there's a zombie in it. You follow Jamie to the car. As you reach the white sedan, a body rams into the side window, rattling the glass. The signs of infection haven't affected her like the others you've seen. She wears a business suit, and her hair looks perfectly coiled in a bun. Her gold-painted nails scratch the window, and lipstick smears behind it as she gnashes her teeth on the transparent surface. Oh my god, the phone. Again with the phone? I don't record for months, and then all of a sudden the phone has to ring! I'm just gonna wait. Just wait for it. Just wait for it. Just wait for it. Okay, I think it's done. But it's easy to see the changes. Gold rings slide over her long fingers. Blue eyeshadow has smudged into purple blobs, and a bone in her collar juts up and holds her pearl necklace off her neck like it's strangling her. Ew. Stand back, Derek, Jamie says and raises his submachine gun. He fires once through the window, and the woman flops back across the two front seats. Go ahead and search it if you want. I'm going to check on the others. More movement from off-road draws their attention. Two figures sit at the trunk of a broad tree some 20 yards back from the highway. One points the long barrel of a gun to the sky, while the other sits on the side, unmoving and gazing at the highway. You wave Jamie over. I'm going over to check out those people. You're in charge while I'm gone. You got it, boss, he says with a smile. Stepping from the crash site, you walk towards the shoulder of the road. Woody and Riley march beside you, and Rachel lags behind. Stay here for now, she says to Benji. If either of them are injured, we'll call for you. Benji nods in frustration and steps out of the camper. He adjusts a suitcase tied to the top of the vehicle. Riley saunters next to you. You doing the talking, grunt? Rude! Oh my god, what the fuck? He called me other shit on the beta, but grunt? What a piece of shit. Wait, grunt? You do a double take. Don't call me that. Riley walks off, not responding to your request. What a dick. Eyes on the two strangers, you see they remain still, and the armed one keeps the weapon pointed away. Two large knapsacks sit beside the tree, and another smaller one is propped behind the woman's head like a pillow. Past the tree, maybe 20 yards back, a figure in a long trench coat stands at the base of an enormous tree, and somehow you can tell he's watching you. Oh, my trench coat stalker's back. Moving into the field, you consider your motive for approaching the two strangers. La 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 la. Okay, well, I wonder what would happen if I was just brutal and attacked them and took their stuff, but I don't want to do that. I always feel bad in these games. I know they're all fictional characters, but I can't do that. So it's too early to ignore people that need our help. I mean, it literally has only been like 3 days, I think. So, yeah. Oh, there we go. I was like, where are my stats? That was confusing. I don't know if that's because of the update or what. I had to, like, scroll up weird to get the thing to pop up. Here we go. Wow, I'm not doing very well. Look at me. What happened? 66% health, 66% stress. I'm not doing okay. Jeez. What else is on here? I wonder, yeah, who is here? Almost everybody. I hate Rosie, apparently. Poor Rosie. I hate Madison. Why do I hate Madison? Alright, that's fine. Who else? It's kind of it. Jamie. Oh no, Kelly's my friend. Wow, I'm not doing very well. What the fuck? Okay. There's a strong likelihood that the strangers are injured or afraid, and they might need your help. Oh, I see. When you scroll up, it disappears. Interesting. We can't give in to the fear that every stranger will try to rob or kill us. As you move closer to the spruce tree, the man rises to his knees and lowers the barrel of the gun above your heads. Even in the darkness, you can tell he has blonde, almost white hair which falls past his shoulders, a thin beard, and wire-rimmed glasses. As you reach a short distance from the pair, Riley lifts his shirt to show a pistol tucked into his belt. Don't worry, this guy tilts that rifle at us and he's tree food. I'm sure he's just as nervous about strangers as we are. No need to threaten him, you say. The woman on the ground flinches, and vomit expels in a gush from her mouth. Oh! Chunks of red and green hit the grass. She wheezes and fights to draw breath, which turns into a coughing fit. Through harsh spits of air, she murmurs, "Finn, help!" The man turns his full attention to her. "Layla! Layla!" he yells, and as he shouts, her eyes pop open. Her hand reaches to his face, and her lips part with a low moan. Ew. Yeah, I'm gonna try to help them. Wow, some of these are so mean. I'm gonna have to do a run where I just murder everyone, like as many people as possible. You crouch beside the woman. What can I do to help? Does she need a doctor? We have one in our group. Finn, the woman repeats, and her eyes go wide as you touch her. I'm right here, he says, and lays his rifle on the ground. He takes her hand that's reaching to his face and strokes her arm. The woman's face is damp, and her jet black hair is soaked with sweat. You see blood on her shoulder, so you pull her shirt just far enough to look behind it. Beneath the bloody shirt is torn skin with green borders and pulsing black, oily flesh. You turn your head as a rancid smell creeps through the air. Finn stares at the woman and pushes aside a strand of wet hair stuck to her eye. She was bitten, maybe an hour ago. She's changing. He leans in and kisses her forehead. I know what happens next. Realizing there's nothing to do to help the woman, you step back from the couple. Woody and Riley step on either side of you, and Rachel rounds the side of the tree out of sight of the couple. Wow, my group is kinda scary. What happened back on the road there? Woody asks, pointing at the site of the crash. I was riding with my girlfriend when a sports car came from the opposite direction, swerving across the center line. Layla hit the brakes hard, and our car spun. We clipped the other car and spun once more. Somehow we made it through the crash with just scrapes and bruises. He lifts his arm, showing a jagged scrape on the underside. Layla and I got out and tried to get our heads together. We were both shaken up. Once we made it to the side of the road, another car and a truck came speeding through. The car crashed into our sports car, and the truck hit ours. Or into the sports car, and the truck hit ours. Even though they slowed down, they still hit hard. Layla started running off to see if anyone was hurt. It was dark, we had no flashlight, and with my bad eyesight I couldn't see her. Then I heard her scream. I grabbed my rifle and ran towards her. A man was chasing her around the car, and she was bleeding. Layla coughs, and dark mucus sputters from her lips. I'm so sorry. No, baby, no, don't be sorry, Finn says and wipes her mouth with his hand. He turns back to you. That's my Layla, always looking out for others. Where was I? She ran at me with this man behind her. He was infected, and when he stepped into the stream of light from my car's headlights, I shot him. Bullet hit him between the eyes, and he dropped hard. That's how you kill them, if you didn't know. Finn leans his head against Layla's, and you... let's see, I'm gonna talk to them for a bit, I suppose. I'm not going to ask my companions what we should do. Usually they do have good advice, but I don't care about their advice right now. So, yeah, I'm going to ask him if there's anything we can do for him. Finn sits back and stares up at a tree limb. We know it needs to be done. How do I do it? All I've ever done is keep her safe, even before this god-awful outbreak. The wind blows a squeal of sounds like the night is calling from the south past the two strangers in the tree. The man raises up and tilts his head in thought. One of you could do it, right? I'll just walk back to the road, and one of you can do this for us. He touches foreheads with Layla again, and you... I like how he just assumes I'm gonna help him. I'm gonna ask about the other people in the car crash. No answer comes for a long moment, but the man swallows hard, meeting your gaze through the corner of his eye. There were others. It was dark and I couldn't see. All of them seemed like they were coming for me. His voice is uneven and morose, like he speaks of doom. Woody shakes his head and kicks a rut into the dirt. Damn it, man. What did you do? What? What's going on? Riley asks, his voice agitated. It seems the man acted on pure adrenaline, Rachel says, the words carried on the wind. He killed them all. Riley raises his pistol. You killed the people at the crash? Everyone? You sick fuck. I didn't think. It just happened. Finn shouts. If you want to kill me, fine, but you have to help Layla. She's suffering. Riley lowers his gun and stands rigid and unsure, and he looks to you for what to do next. I'm not gonna kill him. It's fine. I mean, that's not fine that he murdered everyone at the car crash, but I'm not gonna kill him. Finn turns his head, squinting. We heard of a shelter in Stone Ridge, maybe FEMA. We ran out of food a day ago and water last night. Our friends died. I had to put down my neighbor, and I saw a whole swarm of infected moving about in the mall parking lot outside our apartment building. Drove for hours from nightfall. Funny how we survived the tempest of the outbreak only to fall to a motor vehicle accident. Technically, it was still the virus that did you in, Woody says. The man that bit her. His voice trails off as he sees everyone staring at him. In this break of conversation, you decide to... Anyway, so yeah, I'm gonna offer to mercy kill her. Finn, I can take care of this for you. The stranger looks up at you and nods. He leans forward and kisses Layla's forehead, lingering for a few moments with his eyes closed. Layla leans back against the tree, closes her eyes as well, and slows her breathing. She wipes her mouth clean and pushes hair out of her face. See you later, she says, and turns her face to look away from the man. A hard breeze blows petals across the grass, and as the wind swirls before the trees, you feel cold. Finn kisses the dying woman's cheek and rises, picking up his rifle at the last moment like an afterthought. All eyes watch as he passes, and he stares straight ahead to the road and the accident and your group members as they scavenge the wreckage. As Finn walks away, you step towards the woman still sitting by the tree until Rachel catches up to you. Hey, Derek, wait, she says, and stands between you and the dying woman. Why don't you let me do this? This isn't something you want to do. Killing, even out of mercy, is a terrible thing. Sure, I'll let her do it. Why not? It is kind of scary, though. Why are you so capable of killing her? Like, that is pretty creepy. Turning away from Rachel and the woman by the tree, you march across the low field of grass. The haze off the asphalt rises and obscures the scene, but as you draw closer, Jamie's tall figure comes into focus. Up ahead, your group moves about the accident, picking through each vehicle in turn. Stepping onto the highway, you finally hear the low shockwave of a high-caliber pistol firing from behind you, and you glance at Finn, who's sitting on the hood of a car, head hung low. At your bandit jeep, you spot Rachel returning from the field. She carries the two knapsacks from the strangers and places them on the hood of her camper. She opens one and separates out clothes, food, and other goods. As she hands items to Nathan and Bailey, you feel intense anger building. Those supplies are not hers alone, and the way she took them and ran off compels you to confrontation. Hey! What the hell do you think you're doing? You yell when you're close enough for her to hear. Rachel turns her body to you and finishes handing off a hoodie to Nathan. I'm separating out these supplies into categories, so it'll be simpler to distribute to those who can use them best. I was just sending Nathan over to you to find out where we should store the food and water. It might be best to centralize where we keep it. I like that I still have the outbursts of anger. I'm glad that the game remembered that. Yeah, I'll be nice to her for now. I don't really trust her, but you know. When is a good place to stop? Thank you, Derek. From the first bag, Rachel draws out several cans of food and hands them to Bailey, who stacks them on a fold-out panel from the trailer. When they finish with the cans, they sort out more from the first bag: men's clothing, bottles of water and beer, personal hygiene products, shoes, and other small items. And then she goes through the other knapsack. When the items are all separated into piles, Rachel hands them off to Nathan and Bailey. In turn, they walk among your group, handing out items to various people. To Woody goes clothing, to Brody goes shoes and a soda, while Madison receives a chocolate bar and Parker gets medicine. When the items have been distributed, only food and water remain, and Rachel bags all of it. Derek, where should we keep the food and drink? Put them with Jamie's vehicle. Excellent, Rachel says, and hands the small bag to Nathan, who walks towards Jamie's van. Okay, this is a good place to stop. So, yeah, sorry it was kind of short. I was planning on doing more, but I actually just got a call for work. But anyway, yeah, guys, so hopefully I'll get this out pretty quick. It's not very long, like it's 3 chapters. Well, it is long. The 3 chapters are long, and there's a lot of stuff to do. But anyway, we'll get to that later. There's a lot of good stuff to come, so yeah. Thank you guys so much for sticking with me, and I will see you all later. Bye.